All right, Audition, found footage film. Audition, found footage film. I don't know. I'm assuming it's trying to distance itself from the very popular
Japanese
film. Yeah,
film
I never know how to
Audition?
say this guy's name. Like, you're the Japanese.
Takashi Miike.
Okay, that's how. Okay,
Takashi
I've heard it said
Miike.
it before, but I always
Did
mispronounce
somebody
shit.
say Takashi Mike?
Takashi Mika is, I think, how I've always said it.
Miike.
Mike.
Miike?
Takashi Miike. Okay. I mean, I know the guy's name. I've seen probably 15 or 20 of his films. So, anyway.
This
doesn't matter.
audition is not by him.
No, it is not.
This is by...
Eric Huff and Joseph Paul. All right. So, now, this is... Okay. I'll say this. This film is trying very, very hard. We'll call it an homage. That's a stretch, but it's very much trying to be Maniac, right? Like it even does the found footage style. It mirrors POV style, like the Elijah Wood 2012 remake. But just watch that instead. Maniac is a fucking superb film. Whether it's the Joe Spinell version or the Elijah Wood version, either one, you can't go wrong. Watch both. They're both fucking fabulous.
fantastic.
Some of my favorite slashers ever.
So scary.
And this
So
is
scary.
really trying to kind of ape off of that. And I get it. They're both great films. I mean, shit. Maniac itself, the Elijah Wood version, is of course taking from the other one. Now it's just calling itself Maniac because that's what it is and it has the rights to do so. Now, I'm not going to say this is straight up, but
No,
you
it's
have a
heavily
madman who's
inspired.
obsessed with freaking women and follows them around, and he has a mannequin factory,
And there's parallels between women and mannequins are creepy in general.
Sure.
Because it's that uncanny valley thing.
So he's doing an audition process where he gets these young girls to come to his place, or he meets them out, or whatever. And he is going to put them in the first ever reality movie. How he sells them on this, I don't know. I think they just don't care. They just want to be in something. They're so, hungry for success that they're like, okay, that doesn't make any sense to me, but I'll do it. And that's fine. So you have your main character, right? Lacey Lee, and she is probably 90 to 95% of the film. Then you've got like 5 to 6 other girls who make about a minute or two appearance throughout the film, and they're really just there to serve as kind of a reminder, some kind of a foreboding of what's to come for Lacey, right? So you're really just kind of following Lacey, and it's just kind of like these like little snippets of reminder of like Lacey is probably not gonna get out of this, and this is what she has in store for her.
Yeah. Well, because when Lacey is with David?
Call me David.
He definitely has moments where he's being really creepy because he'll film her like breasts and her butt and just really...
shit, that's right.
Yeah, I know. I remembered right when he started. He also films her face
We're
like
still
this
doing that.
close. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is that so there's moments that it's definitely like this guy's creepy, something weird is going on. But there's also some kind of sweet moments where it sort of feels like he's trying to actually connect with her and she like is into it. And
Yeah, keep going.
I think that if you didn't show the other girls, that you wouldn't
talking,
get
Lacey.
that sense of foreboding.
Keep talking. What? Lacey?
Are you?
Kaylee?
I mean, David.
We're not exaggerating. It gets about that fucking close to her, like for 20 minutes of the fucking movie. Like it's legit that. Okay, I got a little ridiculous with the eyeball, but like just here,
Yeah.
like not even full chin, like fucking here on her face, and then just like here, and he's gotta be this close. He's gotta be this fucking close. Like, okay, and what are you saying? What? Keep going. You're auditioning for a serious role, not porno, not a snuff film. You're fucking auditioning for a reality movie. Keep talking. What? What? Keep going, Lacey.
I think my theory is that he wasn't that close.
He's zooming in.
That
I know, but fuck.
in.
He can't be like, he has to be pretty fucking close. For
He's
what
so
we're seeing, we've got to be so close to her.
So we thought that was kind of funny because we just thought that she would react more to that proximity.
Sure.
But like as far as the feel of the movie, it does feel really real. I thought that her acting was really great. I think that seems like an actual person out in the world that exists. That's a real thing.
Yes.
And I felt like the amateur quality of the film definitely gave it kind of I liked that and authenticity. So I was really into those aspects, but I think, like we talked about, that we needed to spend more time with other characters.
Absolutely.
Because she, was interesting and she was sweet and beautiful, and it was like, I had no problem watching her, but I feel like we didn't really go anywhere. And I think that's definitely the point of the film, is to show just like
his obsession
and the kind of mundaneness of what happens before the bad stuff, the climax. But I would have, as a viewer, liked to see snippets, like longer snippets of all these other girls.
Absolutely.
And see, when they figured out that something was wrong, and kind of follow their journey a little closer.
Yeah. I mean, take the film that it's aping off of, right? Maniac. Whether it's either version. But in the Elijah Wood version, right, he goes out on a date with, like a Tinder date or a Match.com date, whatever the hell it is, right? And we spend some time with her. He goes to the restaurant with her. He goes into the bathroom to try to take the drugs to calm himself down. He comes back out. They go back to her place. She comes out. She starts dancing naked to fucking Goodbye Horses. They go into the bedroom. They start to kind of have sex, and he strangles her to death, right? So you've got that whole thing. She's not the main girl, right? He's got the main focus of the film, the girl he obsesses over, and then he's got the other girls that he obsesses over. We get that amazing opening with that incredible music of him stalking that girl down the street and following her home and to her apartment and up to her door. And all that stuff, and he scalps people, and the gore is so fucking incredible, and the shots and the acting and all that stuff is so compelling and so engaging and so interesting and so unsettling. And so you've got so much going on there. And I don't want to fucking shit on this film because it's not another film, or it doesn't have the budget, or it doesn't have the the well to draw from to be able to bring in people like Elijah Wood or something. So I'm not drawing on it because I agree with you. I think that Lacey is gorgeous, and I think she's an amazing actress for trying to play off that very authentic girl. And so she does what's asked of her 100%. It's just that we spend so much time. You could edit 45 minutes out of this movie. It would all be Lacey. This film would be better for it because there's so much. Like, I could cut out entire sequences of the film. I get it. Like, this feels like a genuinely uncut collection of his footage with her. That, like, if you were a forensics analysis person who worked in the videotape department, whatever the fuck, the audio video department, where you're going through the tapes for the case. And it's like, you need to watch this. It's like the unedited Poughkeepsie tapes.
Oh my
right?
God.
Where there's a million tapes, and you're just sitting there and you're watching like an hour and a half long fucking video of just like a person sitting there and talking about mundane, real life, boring things. Like, imagine, there's, okay, we go to the movies for a reason, right? Because there is, life itself a lot of the times can be dull. There's great moments, but there's a lot of dull in between. And if I was to just film me talking to one of my clients randomly about nothing all that interesting for an hour and a half, and then I killed her at the end of it, that wouldn't be interesting, right? Something else has to be happening during it. Now, this film breaks the fourth wall.
I was gonna say,
which is a really interesting
Yeah.
inclusion because it almost feels like even though this is unedited, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Is his mind imprinting on the film in the camera? I mean, I'm assuming this is the film looks terrible too. Like it's supposed to have that kind of quality to it, but it's like a 4:3 aspect ratio. It looks like it was shot on like a VHS camera or something. So
yeah.
it's like super super low quality.
Yeah.
And like, so he has his maniac moments very, very reminiscent of the Elijah Wood version, where we start to see glimpses into his psyche where he's juxtapositioning like mannequins or something from his past over the film. So he sees the girl, but then like a shot of a mannequin comes and it starts to become kind of distorted and it starts to become kind of blurry, and he's kind of moving around and he's fucked up from it, and it's like it's messing up the film, and his, like, you can kind of almost hear almost inner thoughts to a degree,
Right.
and you can hear voices, you can hear like it's a very interesting addition. I liked it.
I did too.
But it's a weird addition.
But it makes
because it's found footage and
Right.
it's supposed to be unedited kind of stuff. But
Right.
maybe he edited
That's
this
what I
in.
was gonna say. That's kind of what I thought, was like maybe he went back and was watching this and edited like what he was seeing in his mind at the time.
Sure.
But because that's really the only explanation I have, because it doesn't really have any kind of paranormal. Nothing is happening paranormal in this film. So for it to be on the video, like us seeing his thoughts, I don't really know how that's possible. Other than that, it's just a movie, and
But that's just
the
it,
creative
right?
decision is to
But that's
show
just
that.
it. This is the movie.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not seeing untampered footage, right? We're seeing his film. This is the film that he's shooting. He's making a reality movie, right? We're watching that reality movie. He's taken the footage and he's edited these things in to make his film,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, that's the answer, I think.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just think you've got to have a more compelling thing going on with what you're talking to Lacey about. That's the biggest gripe I have by far, and it slows the film down too much to where you're just kind of like, okay, I get it. Lacey's a real person. She had a real life. But just sitting there and going to the park and discussing that she used to, you know, do this at this place, random, nothing interesting. Just completely day-to-day, mundane, nothing conversations for an hour and 15 minutes of an hour and 20 fucking 5-minute movie or whatever the hell it is. An hour and 24-minute movie.
Yeah. It definitely drags at times, but the end is really great. The setting for the end.
Sure, the last
we
5
were
minutes
both
is
really
solid.
Happy, with that. But unfortunately, like you were saying, it definitely felt like there could be a good chunk of the film edited out, and it would have the same type of impact. But I don't think that was, I think that it was made to look and to feel the exact way that it is, and that was the intention of the filmmaker. It definitely, and you said this after we finished, it felt like a PSA video, which was really interesting, because it does feel kind of like a warning to young women to not talk to men ever.
Yeah.
I mean, not men ever, but it was like, watch out, like there's creeps out there. So that was
don't show up at some fucking guy house randomly by yourself, and when he starts acting fucking crazy, you put up with it multiple times throughout the film. You bye. You fucking leave immediately. There's so many times, but this is probably true to life, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Do you guys do you have anything more to say?
No, I think.
Are we done?
I think we said everything.
To go see my surprise.
Your
I have a surprise for you. Are you ready?
What's the surprise?
I mean, even if he was filming like further away and zooming in, you can still tell when someone's filming your tits, right? Like, that's the thing?
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Bye.
Bye.